Hi guys, what is going on and welcome to today's YouTube video. In today's video we are going to discuss the current state of Bitcoin, and we are also going over the current state of Ethereum, in which you can see that we are holding a beautiful long position exactly from the area of interest that we discussed in previous videos, in previous updates on both Twitter and in our free Discord. Also Bitcoin holding quite a nice long position, as you can see over here, in which I've moved my stop loss to break even on both my Bitcoin and also on my Ethereum long positions. Today we are going to discuss what I expect in the upcoming week, what potential scenarios are, and what you should be looking for on both Bitcoin and Ethereum. So let's dive straight into it. What can we see on Bitcoin? We can see that Bitcoin, after taking out this sell-side liquidity that we had over here and tapping into the imbalance that we had over here, we can see that we also got a low time frame sweep over here, which resulted in a bounce with quite a lot of momentum over here. This bounce did create a break of structure on a 1 hourly time frame, but in my opinion it's not the strongest break of structure, but still on the 1 hourly time frame the trend has shifted towards the upside. What are potential scenarios that you could be trading today, tomorrow, or the day after if you aren't positioned in a long position like our VIP channel currently is? Well, there are two potential scenarios that I'm looking at right now. Currently, we can see that on the 4 hourly time frame, the trend is not shifting towards the upside yet. So we haven't really been breaking structure towards the upside yet on the 4 hourly time frame. To do so, in my opinion, we have to get a break of structure of this high over here. Probably if that occurs, we will get a swifter move towards the upside, and we will be probably going for these equal highs that we put in last week on the Bitcoin price. But on lower time frames, what are two potential scenarios that you might be looking to trade today on Bitcoin, in which I'm also interested in potentially trading them if the opportunity presents itself? If we go on to the 1 hourly time frame, we can definitely see that we had some bullish accumulation going on over here, which resulted in this impulse towards the upside. We can also see that after this impulse towards the upside, and we tapped into this small supply area over here for the Bitcoin price, that the price has seen a small rejection towards the downside and is currently correcting a little bit. Where would I potentially be interested again in a long position? Well, there are two different scenarios that I'm looking at right now for the Bitcoin price, in which the first one would be to take out the sell-side liquidity that we have around this low over here. Why is this important sell-side liquidity? Because below this low, below the sell-side liquidity is where we have an imbalance that is unfilled, where we have this untested previous supply area, which now turned into a strong demand area for the Bitcoin price as well. So this is definitely the first area of interest for me, where I would be interested in a long position. Also, if we go from swing low to swing high and we switch on our Fibonacci retracement levels, we can also see that we have the 0.786 Fib level as extra confluence for our area of support. What can we also see is that we have a golden pocket around our previous low. What does this mean? It means that even more people are looking at this area to potentially put their stop loss below this low, because they think, hey, we also have that golden pocket over here, which means there's even more support there, so this might be a nice area to put my stop loss of my long position below this low. So what does that mean? It means that if the price continues towards the downside and we do sweep this low over here, we do not only tap into the imbalance, but we will also be stopping out massive amounts of people out of their long positions, which could be a nice area to get a potential bounce towards the upside and continue towards the upside from there. So that is the first potential scenario that I'm currently watching for Bitcoin, to take out this low over here, tap into the demand and the support area, which you can also create this potential 3-tap pattern over here or over here, and continue towards the upside or from there, right? So that is the first scenario that I'm currently watching. The second scenario would be to go on a 4 hourly time frame and to potentially create a 3-drive pattern, in which we had our first drive over here, our second drive over here, and maybe we get our last and third drive to over here, in which you all know that I do really like the 3-drive pattern. So we had our first sweep over here, and maybe we are getting one more sweep on the 4-hourly time frame over here before potentially continuing towards the upside from there. So if we go from swing low to swing high, we can also see that Bitcoin did indeed bounce from that golden pocket. And what does that mean? That even more people are looking to put their stop loss below this low. So what could be a potential scenario? To get a tap of the low over here, in which we have a lot of previous support levels over here. You see all of these steps towards the downside over here for the previous range could all act as massive support for the Bitcoin price. So definitely keep an eye on this, because the previous range low that we put in over here for the Bitcoin price might still act as support if we come back to it on the current price. So if we make this a range low and we extend this to the right, we can see that the low that we put in over here might be an inducement in which we create a last drive before we continue our way towards the upside again. Okay, so that is the second potential scenario that I'm looking at for the Bitcoin price. To get that third drive into the support and continue towards the upside from there. Definitely also going to keep an eye on that potential scenario. Not my preferred scenario. My preferred scenario is the first one, in which we hold on to that bullish structure on the 1-hourly time frame before continuing our way towards the upside again. My main target remains these equal highs over here. And don't forget about the CME gap that we have around 27.3k. Still hoping that that CME gap also gets filled in the upcoming 2 or 3 weeks. Ethereum. Very interesting chart. Why is this chart even more interesting compared to Bitcoin? Well, that is because on Ethereum, we also had that 3 drive pattern. As you can see over here, first sweep, and then we had a second sweep and our third drive over here, in which we did get a bounce with even more momentum compared to Bitcoin. Why did we even get more momentum compared to Bitcoin? That is because we did stop out even more people with the third drive over here, which trapped even more shorts, and those shorts are now all underwater and are all getting squeezed towards the upside. So Ethereum compared to Bitcoin, definitely much stronger. For Ethereum, I'm looking for 2 potential trade scenarios. I don't want Ethereum to get another sweep of this low, because that might trigger some kind of a sell-off towards lower levels. I'm looking for Ethereum to definitely hold on to this bullish market structure on the 1-hourly time frame. We do have sell-side liquidity over here. We do also have sell-side liquidity over here, in which below both of those lows, we have a very nice imbalance on the 1-hourly time frame over here, and a very nice imbalance on the 1-hourly time frame over here. Both are quite interesting. Why are both quite interesting? Because we can see around the imbalance over here is where the Ethereum price was finding resistance multiple times on lower time frames. As you can see, multiple rejections before continuing its way towards the upside. Over here, a nice little tap which might still act as support. So we can see that if we take out this low over here, and we also go from swing low to swing high, and we switch on our fib retracement levels, we can also see that we also have that 0.382 fib level at this exact same area. So there are 2 potential scenarios that I'm looking at. I'm either looking to take out this low, get a reclaim from there, and then continue our way towards the upside, or I'm looking to take out this low, tap into the imbalance, maybe even test this demand candle over here, for which we potentially create a 3-tap pattern, right? So we would have our first tap over here, second tap, and then our third tap somewhere over here before getting a reclaim and continuing towards the upside from there. 2 potential scenarios that I want to hold on to for Ethereum in order to maintain that bullish market structure, in order to maintain that momentum towards the upside. I either want to go up from taking out this low, or I want to go up from taking out this low. 2 potential trade scenarios on both Bitcoin and Ethereum that you can watch in the upcoming days, and that you should be watching in the upcoming days, because both of them are looking quite interesting if you ask me. Make sure to watch these potential scenarios, make sure to watch these potential trade setups. If you have any questions about either one of these scenarios that I just explained, make sure to hit me up on Twitter, make sure to join our free Discord, and you can ask me all the questions that you want over there. And then I will see you guys on Wednesday's video. Ciao, ciao.